Today we have info on the Israel and Hamas war, Biden making a high-stakes visit to Israel, and much more.
We have today's weather forecast with Kyler and a look at sports with Ian.
Today is Tuesday, October 17th, 2023.
We are live from Studio H12 in the Shroyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School, and you are watching Vox News Today.
Thank you for joining us on Vox News. I'm Callie Ellis.
And I'm Olivia Wyatt, and these are your top stories for today.
India's Supreme Court has ruled in favor of upholding LGBTQ rights, but stopped short of legalizing same-sex marriage. It's still considered a partial victory after months of activists formally challenging the law. Same-sex marriage and intercourse were outlawed in the country in the 1800s, though the latter was overturned in 2018. The court has directed India's federal and state governments to ensure the gay community is not discriminated against.
President Joe Biden will visit Israel this week. The country has been in a war against the militant group Hamas for 10 days now, and Israeli authorities say Hamas has killed 1,400 people in this time span. This presidential trip comes as the White House Foreign Affairs Committee is drafting legislation to authorize U.S. military force in this war in the event that it is necessary.
President Joe Biden will visit Israel this week as the country is in a war against the militant group Hamas, which Israeli authorities say killed 1,400 people during an attack nearly 2 weeks ago. This presidential trip comes as the House Foreign Affairs Committee is drafting legislation to authorize U.S. military force, and quote, in the event it's necessary.
The family of an Israeli-Canadian man killed in last week's terror attacks say he gave his life to save his fiancées. The mother of 21-year-old Netta Epstein spoke to CTV and says her son and his fiancée, Irene Shavit, were taking cover in his apartment safe house at the time of the attacks. Eyelet Shakar Epstein was taking cover with her father-in-law in a safe room and was communicating with Netta and Shavit through a texting app. Shakar Epstein says she learned that Hamas militants burst into Netta and Shavat's safe room and threw grenades. She says her son died after he jumped onto a grenade, but his actions saved Shavit's life.
A Marietta man is in jail after police say he went on a burglary spree. Investigators say it was teamwork and technology that helped catch him. Investigators say he hit more than a dozen businesses. 3 of them were in one strip plaza on Sandy Plains Road, including Harris Cleaners. Police say each burglary was very similar. And now let's check on our weather. Kyler, what can you tell us?
Fall weather's starting to set in. Stay tuned for an update on our current weather and more right after this break.
Metal roofing from Best Buy Metals offers the long life of a kicker with the strength of a linebacker. It's the easiest decision since the time you had to pick between watching the Super Bowl or professional bowling. Did you know Best Buy Metals can provide a free material quote from a Google Map address? Stop by our showroom today. Visit us online 24/7 at bestbuymetalroof.com or get a free quote at metalroofingquote.com.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Doug Beerthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
Welcome back to Vox News. I'm Kyler Delaney with your weather. Here's our weather at a glance for today. The high will be 63 and the low will be 38. The current weather outside is 40. The humidity outside is 97. The wind is blowing at, the dew point is 41 degrees. The pressure is 29.96. The visibility is 17 miles. And finally, the UV index is 0 out of 10. Category 4 Hurricane Lydia hit western Mexico on Tuesday night, but has now dissipated. Its remnants, however, still threaten flash floods in the region. Although the storm's core broke apart on Wednesday morning, it could bring 2 to 4 inches of additional rain, totaling up to 12 inches. This may lead to flash floods in Mexican states like Nayarit, Jalisco, and Colima, and mudslides in mountainous areas. Now, let's take a look at our national radar. There are storms from the north and to the west of the United States, and there are more storms over the east of the U.S. Here's our local radar. Everything looks clear for today. Now let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Today we'll have a high of 63 degrees with a mix of clouds and sunshine, and it will cool down to 38 degrees later in the day with clear skies. Tomorrow we can expect a high of 69 degrees with mostly sunny skies. And in the evening, it will be cooler at 45 degrees with clear conditions. Looking forward to Thursday, it will be around 71 degrees with a combination of sunshine and some clouds. And in the evening, it will drop to 51 degrees with scattered storms. Friday's weather will see a high of 67 degrees with some rain. By evening, it will be 45 degrees with partly cloudy skies. On Saturday, the high temperature will reach 66 degrees with mostly sunny skies. And in the evening, it will go down to 43 degrees with clear conditions. For Sunday, we can anticipate a high of 69 degrees with mainly sunny skies, and in the evening, it'll dip to 39 degrees with clear skies. Lastly, on Monday, the high will be 72 degrees with mainly sunny skies, and by evening, it'll cool to 44 degrees with clear skies. That is all I have for your weather here today. Here's Ian with your sports report.
Today we have a look at Caleb Williams' struggles and the Cowboys versus the Chargers right after this break.
At McDonald's, we're making changes every day to serve you better. It's what we're made of. And serving you better means fresh beef quarter-pounder burgers. Your burger, his burger, her burger. All cooked fresh, right when you order. Made from pure North American beef and just a pinch of salt and pepper. Because we think there's nothing better than a fresh beef quarter-pounder burger made for you, right when you order. And that's just one way we're showing you what we're made of.
McDonald's is honored to serve our communities. McDonald's would like to give the opportunity to come join their team at one of their 11 locations. McDonald's has 5 locations in Cleveland and locations in Athens, Sweetwater, Madisonville, Etowah, Ocoee, and Ottawa. It's as simple as texting APPLY to 38000 or dropping by one of their 11 locations for an application. They offer flexible schedules, tuition assistance, and competitive wages. Come join the winning team at your local McDonald's.
Welcome back to Vox News. I'm Ian Wagner with the Sports Report. Well, Caleb Williams might win back-to-back Heismans. I'm kidding. In Saturday's showdown against unranked Notre Dame, Williams threw 3 interceptions, and number 6 ranked USC got throttled 48-20. By the time the clock hit 0, Williams had been sacked 6 times, and the Irish had forced 5 turnovers, including 2 fumbles in the fourth quarter. And USC now tallied 9 penalties for 75 yards. Every weakness the Trojans have shown over the previous 6 games was exposed in the span of 60 minutes. After playing one of the worst games of his 8-year career last week, and with the bye week on the horizon, Dak Prescott went into Monday night's game against the Los Angeles Chargers, knowing anything other than a victory would be detrimental to the Cowboys' hopes of contending for an NFC title. Prescott responded by throwing for 272 yards and a touchdown as Dallas rallied in the fourth quarter for a 20-17 victory. That is all I have for sports. Stay tuned for more Vox News right after this break.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Cleveland.
I am Cleveland Ford.
I am Doug Vierthaler, General Manager of Cleveland Ford. And together,
we are Cleveland Ford.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
At Whirlpool, we don't know how the same number of people can make twice as much laundry without ever leaving the house. We don't know how breakfast can make you need a snack. How are you still hungry? Or where all the glasses keep going. But we do know that you can trust Whirlpool to cook, clean, and wash it all, because that's what we've always done. Meal after meal, dish after dish, load after load, day after... What day is it?
Welcome back to Vox News. A pastor's 2-year-old son was accidentally shot in the head after a church service in North Carolina Sunday night. The pastor says another son got a hold of his gun in the back of his vehicle and accidentally shot his 2-year-old brother. The boy was airlifted to a hospital and underwent surgery. His father says the bullet did not hit the toddler's brain and he is still able to talk and move.
Nashville Metro Police are investigating after 19-year-old Preston Colson met with a stranger to sell his scooter. Witnesses say the supposed buyer pointed a gun at his head and shot him. He miraculously survived the gunshot. Colson was transported to the hospital where he spent the weekend, and on Monday he was able to take steps with the help of a walker.
Memphis Shelby County District leaders rolled out a plan Friday for infrastructure upgrades throughout the city. MSCS leaders say their goal is to create state-of-the-art facilities. The district created a committee comprised of teachers and community members for infrastructure recommendations. Leaders say it will be a $500 million project working in phases. Build new facilities where populations.
University of Tennessee College of Veterinary Medicine, veterinarians believe they have identified the probable source of the sickness that killed 2 of the Appalachian bear rescue cubs and sickened 4 others. The ABR curators observed one of the bears at the rescue at the beginning of October. Later, they learned that the other bears in his enclosure were also suffering from pneumonia due to a similar sickness. The particular strain of the bacteria is present in birds, including domesticated chickens and turkeys. Although the precise location of the bacteria's first introductions to the bear remains unknown, a poultry origin was identified as a possible source during the update.
A San Antonio, Texas neighborhood is in shock following the ruthless murders of a 65-year-old man and his dog last Friday. Police have a suspect in custody, yet the motive remains unclear. Residents grapple with the tragic loss, highlighting the fragility of community safety. Law enforcement continues investigations, seeking answers to the brutal killings. The incident serves as a poignant reminder of imperative role authorities play in swift addressing such as distressing events and providing closure to affected families in the neighborhood.
The third Tuesday in October recognizes National Pharmacy Technician Day. The day is an opportunity to thank technicians for their invaluable support and contributions throughout the year, and recognize the technician's role and how vital it is to maintain a safe and efficient health system. Pharmacy technicians work in a variety of environments. Depending on education and training, they manage dispensary supply at hospitals and clinics, retail pharmacies, prisons, and veterinary clinics. Their roles may include the supervision of other pharmacy staff and providing patient education, and communicate with physicians. Be sure to shout out to friends and family who work in the pharmacy field.
We are on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube.
You will also find more online at our website, bchs.tv.
Please remind your friends to like, subscribe, and share on our YouTube channel, BCHS Network.
Tune in each weekday for our newscast. You just can't get enough Vox.
That is all we have for you today from Studio H12 in the Shroyer Broadcasting Center at Bradley Central High School.
From all of us at Vox News, thank you for watching.
We hope you have a splendid day.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.